Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not
Friggin' yo, Rocky Stucci. What's going on, buddy? That's what he puts on the Facebook every time. Friggin' yo.
Freaking yo!
This is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere that you can find podcasts, but if you'd like to listen to us live, we are here right now. It is 9 p.m. Eastern, and it is Monday through Friday, all the time, every time.
Of course, it's right here, right now, or they wouldn't be listening.
Oh well, I mean, if they're listening on the podcast, I want to make sure that they understand this is a live broadcast that's then been recorded for your
They could be late,
listening
is what you're
pleasure.
saying.
Yes,
They
it
could be missing out on the awesomeness, like the tweeting
Yes,
that we do, at DOAE show.
yes, and you need to turn down your gain just a hair.
Sorry, and that they use the hashtag arm yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
On the Facebooks
Yes,
with the
Mojo 50 Radio.
or also at DOAE show.
Or the MeWe's
MeWe's, which are also at
DOA show.
But you can also, if they want to buy some gear like, mugs or shirts, Jackal Nation stuff, mug that, if you're watching conveniently, Steven's holding up the mug. You can go to doaeshow.com/shop, pick you up some apparels. I think we even got so far as we got bathing suits. Really?
Yes, we do.
We got bathing suits.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Just because we're like, why not?
That's
Someone-
people kept talking about, they wanted a thong or they wanted a bikini or things like that, and I was like, you know what? The best I can do is give you a bathing suit. So, ta-da!
Look, somebody somewhere wants it,
And that's why I put it up.
and that's why it's there. So we'll see.
I posted because it's there. Zig the Trucking Gator over on the MeWe's already saying, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. No, you're not. You're not a good boy. You're Zig the Trucking Gator.
No. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. Good try though. We appreciate your effort.
We do try. We love your effort and your enthusiasm, and keep going.
Yes. And Virginia Jackhole over on the Twitters is apparently excited. It's at DOA Showtime. Bring on at Steven Airey and at Dylan Lyles, which is our Twitter handles as well.
Yes.
Looking for another excellent show tonight.
Oh, you are in for such a disappointment.
I know. Have you not listened before?
I mean, that's really high standard, guy.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on a nothing burger. That's all I'm saying.
So, speaking of nothing burgers, honorable mention for tonight.
No, I don't want to do an honorable mention.
The Attorney
Do we have
General.
to?
Not well. It's okay.
We have to.
It's quick, fast, in a hurry.
That's what she said.
$20 same as downtown. So
Yes.
the Attorney General has gone to Congress and spent his time going over the Mueller report and over where the redactions were in the Mueller report, so people understand what's going on and what's happening.
Allegedly.
And it would seem that everybody in the FBI that hates Donald Trump apparently protected Donald Trump, and there's no collusion now. And the FBI could find no collusion in Donald Trump, and somehow he's weaseled his way into the hearts and minds of all the FBI agents that were investigating him for the years, and even the ones that are really big Hillary supporters.
Inconceivable.
It's amazing, isn't it? It is just crazy.
It is.
It is it's a wondrous thing, apparently.
And we're not going to touch on it tonight, but there was a story that I saw. Actually, no, is it on the list? No, it's not. There was a story that we had on the list that we were going to do where there was a guy from MSNBS.
MSNBS, yeah.
Who actually came out or it didn't come out. He sat there. He was I can't remember who he was now. He was Attorney General for Obama.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Anyway, he was some highfalutin dude who has no job now. Why they brought him in, I have no earthly idea. But they brought him in basically, and he sat there and goes, well, we weren't the ones who said collusion. Trump is the one using the word collusion all the time.
Dude.
And it's like, really, dude?
Dude, stop.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Exactly.
Pretty much. It's now there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing left to dig anywhere. So your only choice of recourse is to turn back and go, well, we never said the word collusion. You're just putting words in our mouth. Why would you say that? That is not fair on us.
Which way did it go, George?
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm so tired of it. I at this point, this is going to be looked back on history as one of the biggest asinine moments in American history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, hope and change.
I hope it did change.
Hope and change.
Unlike Hope and Change 2.0.
So before we get going with the rest of the stories, I want to tell you guys about some wonderful things called Gunbox.
Yay, Gunbox!
Gunbox. It is an amazing little tool that you can have. So let me ask you a question. Speaking of little tools.
Thank you.
That's there. Dylan.
Steven.
I do have a question.
I'm already married. I appreciate it, but and
no,
the extravagance of being
not that. No,
is sweet, but
this is a promo, not.
Sorry,
not that. So
not a proposal. It was
not a proposal, a promotion. It's very different.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's those P words. They really get you.
Dodge that bullet, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Do you like keeping your family safe?
I do like keeping my family safe. I kind of like them sometimes.
Do you like using the Second Amendment?
Oh, I love the Second Amendment.
Do you want to make sure that while you're utilizing your Second Amendment to the fullest, you're also protecting your family from the weapons that you bring into your house under the guise of Second Amendment?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So do I.
Good.
And that's why.
How would you do?
Well, you see, Gunbox is amazing for this specific purpose. They create amazing, fully functional, automated gun safes, specifically for pistols, carry guns, and things like that. If you need something that you need quick access to, but you also don't want anybody else to get a hold of it, Gunbox is your answer with the new Gunbox 2.0 system. Not only do they have the fingerprint, not only do they have the key code, not only do they have the RFID chip, but they also have a ring that you can slide on your finger, making you the only person that can gain access to that box if you have it. It opens in an instant. It is amazing, but it will not open to anything but what you program it to set into. So check them out today. Go to gunbox.com. And if you use the promo code MOJO50 at checkout, you can get 10% off of any order over $159. That is MOJO50 on the checkout at gunbox.com. Gets you 10% off on any order over $159.
Oh, man, we've already got it. I love everybody on Twitter. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Y'all are awesome. Piggy Pool the Snarky Jackhole.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Airey at Dylan. At DOA Show. Hashtag arm yourselves. I just tuned in. Can you please rewind to the beginning?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hold on. One second.
Let's just 1 second. Oh, now the tape just got stuck.
Yeah,
damn it.
I'm sorry.
Damn it. Maybe next time. We're sorry.
It got caught in my throat. I just couldn't. I started to choke on it. Asking for a friend, Jackhole. Someone wants a good show from y'all? I'm guessing they've never listened to this dumpster fire before.
Yeah. Gotta retweet for sure. Sarah also on the Twitters at DOA Show is already lit. $20, same as downtown.
That's true.
That's very, very true. Then one last one, just because Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak.
Mm-hmm.
Guest on Defenders Live, the abominable snowman.
And also, hey Dylan, it's a promotion. Steven is going to give you a raise. Hashtag arm yourselves.
Not for nothing. Put a ring on it. Oh.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
That's what he was trying to do, is put a ring on it.
I'm just saying. I am just saying. And by ring, I mean the RFID ring that you can use on your gun box. Go check them out. Gunbox.com. So here in North Carolina.
Yeah, we're popular, unfortunately, right now. So one of the big things that's been running around, a lot of states have been doing it. We've been counting them off, which we have done a very poor attempt at being accurate, but there's been several of them that have done like heartbeat bills and everything else. North Carolina had a bill come across known as the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Act that passed both chambers of the Republican-controlled state General Assembly.
Mm-hmm. And its state Senate,
made it across everything, landed on our beloved Governor Roy Cooper's desk, and he vetoed it.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. He just, I hate this man so bad. And hate's a strong word, I know, but I hate this man.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
No, I'm pretty sure it means exactly what I mean.
That's true.
Yes, that's true. Quote, this needless legislation would criminalize doctors and other healthcare providers for a practice that simply doesn't exist. Basically implying that there are not botched abortions. That every single abortion is a success and ends triumphantly with a dead baby.
Yes. Make way for dead babies.
Cooper's response to the bill contrasts from the statements of Virginia Democrat Ralph Northam, who told a radio station that care would be withheld without the consent of the mother. Northam defended the late-term abortion bill, which was eventually blocked by Republican lawmakers by citing his career as a doctor. Yeah, right. Quote, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated. Let that sink in for a moment. It would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother.
You really need to turn your gain like all the way down.
It is all the way down.
Okay, then. Dylan's been messing with his microphone a lot lately, so...
It was not a lot. I didn't touch anything. It's just stupid... Anyway. And I'm not even on top of it either. That's the bad part. Anyway.
I know, that is the bad part. Look.
This is so stupid.
But really, so what you're saying is it's only a baby after it's dead once and then comes back to life.
I don't even think at that point it qualifies, because you notice it says they resuscitate it if they want to, if the mother and the family desire, and then a discussion would ensue between the physician and the mother.
But you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
But if you don't dance...
And if your friends don't dance...
Then they ain't no friends of mine.
That's right.
That is right.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Caring for a living, breathing newborn infant is too restrictive for Governor Cooper's radical abortion agenda, says House Speaker Tim Moore in a joint statement with others on the bill. Needless to say, there's a lot of people who are not happy with this. 4 House Democrats and 2 Senate Democrats joined North Carolina Republicans in passing the bill.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we already knew that was, mostly going to be split along the lines, but...
Okay, but 65-46, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, and I think an attempt at a veto will eventually, or they'll overturn his veto. And
I'm pretty sure they will.
But it's still the point. It is actually a little shocking to me, the people that I've seen today that are actually upset about this. And I mean upset by, they're shocked that Roy Cooper,
Oh my gosh. Roy Cooper, a Democrat who's pro-abortion, is going to veto a bill about pro-life stuff?
Yeah, it's a little... Didn't see that one coming. This
is where you need Nick Cage face.
You
don't say.
Yeah, I did say it. It's just horrible. I've never liked the moment that Roy Cooper came into office.
Not been a fan. Let's put it that
well,
way.
The moment he came in, it was right. Obviously, it was after Pat McCrory was in. He had left, and there was all
by
this.
the way, Pat McCrory sucked too.
Oh yeah, no, giant fat one. But I mean, at least there was things that he fought for that we liked. There was the whole bathroom bill. I don't even remember what the number of the bill was.
I don't know.
But that's exactly what he came in on. That was the last big hoorah before Pat McCrory left. And then when Roy Cooper came in, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm totally against it. And he's been spending his entire time in office going completely as far away from everything that Pat McCrory ever did, which, you would expect. But this is kind of like it's almost he doesn't think about it. It's just like
it's instinctive to him.
Yeah, it's instinctive. Which side of the line does that fall on? I'm on the opposite of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Republican thing? Veto.
Yeah. I'm going to do it just out of spite. It's almost what it is.
Yeah. He doesn't think about the backlash. I mean, we're in North Carolina. I understand there are some progressive areas of North Carolina, but
Charlotte, we're looking at you.
Greensboro, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Winston-Salem.
Really looking at you.
Really looking at you.
But
parts of Wilmington.
Parts of Wilmington. That being said, okay?
Yeah.
That being said, there is still a significant portion of North Carolina that are either conservative / Republicans or Republican.
Yeah. Yeah. This is they say it's purple, but North Carolina is still a red state. Not by a lot.
It's getting close.
It is fading to a purple, but it's not purple yet. Do not get so excited.
Purple fade.
Purple fade. Purple fade. Okay.
Yeah. So I understand it. I see where he's going with it because, he's just a douche nozzle. And
he is a douche nozzle. But not all Democrats in North Carolina are douche nozzles.
Right. But before we get to that, we have to talk about the people who are definitely not douche nozzles.
And who would they be?
That's Patriot Mobile.
Yeah, Patriot Mobile, the phone company that does not restrict your speech.
That's right, because they're America's only conservative cell phone company out there. Not only do they not restrict your speech, but every time that you use your cell phone with Patriot Mobile, every bill that you pay helps support your First and Second Amendment rights, as well as the people trying to keep those rights in place. People like the Heritage Foundation, the NRA, the Alliance Defending Freedom, all of them, plus so much more, especially with everything going on today. The shadow bans, the Facebook bans, the Google search restrictions, YouTube blocking our ads, and Apple Store and the Google Store killing all the apps that are made by conservative causes. Enough's enough, man.
It is enough.
Look, we won't be silent.
I can't be.
No, yeah, he really can't. Join us and the thousands of Americans that are switching to Patriot Mobile today. It's easy to do. They have plans starting as low as $25 a month, so why wait? Call them at 1-800-A-PATRIOT. That's 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Use the promo code MOJO50 when you do, or visit them at patriotmobile.com/MOJO50 to get your activation fees waived on the spot. That's 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Use the promo code MOJO50 and let your freedom ring. So who's this candidate that you're talking about?
Oh, Democrat Dan McCready.
Dan McCready. I remember that name a little bit. Dan McCready. Who's that guy?
He is the sole remaining Democrat candidate from the 2018 midterm cycle.
The sole Democrat candidate from the 2018 midterm cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he that guy that was going up against that one Republican that did a whole bunch of sleazy crap?
Yeah, McCready was running in the North Carolina's 9th Congressional District, where officials ordered a new election in February after the initial results, a narrow loss for McCready, were tainted by credible allegations of fraud committed by operatives working on behalf of his Republican opponent, Mark Harris, who is a sleazebag, by the way.
A huge sleazebag, and I can't believe that a Republican, the RNC, would actually back that guy.
Yeah, well, I can to a point because it's all about party winning, not anything else. But anyway, yes, the reason why that Dan McCready is not a giant douche nozzle as beloved Governor not Pat McCrory, well, he was too, but Roy Cooper, he has returned $2,000 in campaign donations from one Representative Ilhan Omar.
Really?
Yes, he has given the monies back.
Well, that seems rather good.
It is good. It's for, you know what, for a Democrat, he's some good people.
And then he came out with this statement saying, because he has two statements. Some folks are asking why I directed the return of Representative Omar's donation. I did this weeks ago because I vigorously disagree with any anti-Semitic comment. Since this time, dangerous and hateful attacks have started against her. And then he also adds, I condemn in the strongest terms the hateful rhetoric against her, the Muslim community and the people of color. Too many people have been hurt by our broken politics. We must end the hate speech against people and groups. So he's just against hate speech overall.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, again, for being a Democrat, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's definitely worth mentioning because most cats would have kept it. Even if they distanced himself, he would have kept the money to take, personally, for the guy to take the extra step and say, nay, heifer, take thine money away. That's kind of a bit, that shows some character.
And not just take thy money away, but take thy money away, and I'm doing this because you're a hater.
Yeah.
Oh, but also don't
and shove it.
And then also, don't anybody else hate on her because that's not nice either, guys.
Yeah, at least the man is consistent. See, that is somebody. I may not agree with him politically,
but at least you'd probably be able to talk to him, right?
Yeah, I could at least say, you know what? If he makes it over somebody that I would rather be in, I agree with politically, at least I know where he comes from, and he's an honest guy. I say honest guy.
Well, he's a politician, so.
Yes, but he seems to be a man of character and some honor.
At least some way. In some way.
In politics, yes. And in politics, that's rare. Even a littlest smidge like this says volumes.
And maybe he gets completely polluted by the time that this is all done and over with. Maybe, in 2 years he is a complete trashy sleaze. But at this moment in time, I could say that, okay, Dan McCready, you're not a bad guy.
You're not a bad guy. I'd have a beer with him.
You're not a bad guy. And that's cool. I'm fine with that. Maybe one day we'll have a beer. Maybe we'll get you on the show and actually talk to you and figure out why you're a Democrat instead of, smart.
He probably went to Duke.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Look, most of the Dems that come out of North Carolina usually start at Duke.
Allegedly.
Most because most of them that go to UNC end up going to play some kind of professional sport. Oh
yeah, that's also true. That is also true.
It's very much so. That's true.
So let's see. Over on the Twitters.
Doc got run over by an Amtrak.
Yes, that is correct. Any state is red outside of any major city. Blue states are blue because of the voters that live in what percentage land mass compared to the rest? Question mark. Sarah.
It's the voice of the few collectively raising the loudest noise being louder than the voices of many. Partly because most of us we don't think about this stuff. I mean, I say we think about it. We do think about it, but most of us are busy living life the way we were taught to do it, the way America used to do it. We just kind of plow through and whatever happens. And these guys were all living in these cities, and they have their public transportations and whatnot, and
It's how they live. They live on stacked up on top of each other. Everybody comes city rats, and it makes us all worse people. We'll be right back right after this.
Yeah.
Okay, a little behind the scenes. Dylan,
I don't know why.
I need you to do me a favor.
Do what?
Switch it over to just Yeti mic.
Son of a motherless puss bucket.
Like, I don't know why, but everything is completely dead on your side. It might actually be your network is dropping like crazy.
Bull hockey.
Mm-hmm.
That means I don't get to play with sounds. Boo.
Boo. Yeah, you can't play any sounds. Let me hear you speak, though.
Hold on.
Don't speak. I know just what you're thinking.
I did like the adjust the microphone settings.
Is that what you're on?
I put them off and it's turned down.
No, that's not the issue. Like, you're spiking in your sound, and also.
All right, is that better?
Try
I changed it.
Okay, try it again.
Test. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It doesn't spike as much, but it is digitized. So, yes, it is your network.
Great.
So, yeah.
All right, I'll get a new router tomorrow.
Thank you.
God's sake.
Thank you.
We're gonna fix this crap because I'm not doing without my sound.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just that. That's all it is. Sorry, guys, for the mid-range sound testing here. We're trying to get things right. That's what happens when you have old technology.
It's what happens when we're not in the same room.
That also is true. But that's a little harder. That's a harder thing to get together here.
Is it bad that I wish that Tar River had a space so we can...
No.
Like a back room we could go to.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Roz, okay, so we're coming back in just a second. And we're back.
Some of us are, anyway.
You're listening to Defenders Live on Mojo 50. Dylan is partially back. He'll eventually get here in full 3D. Yes, I'm sorry, Roz. Dylan is a little blurry today. It's my fault. Okay, it's my fault. Something screwed up in the AI. It's just the form is being digitized right now. It's recouping, and it's just not.
You that you should have done that update, or you should have done that. You should have done that update.
See,
earlier.
and he's just gonna keep doing this now. So I'm getting the updates. You know, I've got new hardware coming, and so much more. So we're gonna make it better. We're gonna make this work, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Isn't that a Disney song?
I don't know.
I'm pissed because I can't do my sound now. Might as well close that stupid window out.
Sorry, dude. Erica over on the Facebook says, Spirit Dylan has now become Pixel Dylan. Yep.
Look, the pixelated AI me.
Yes.
Should remind you of the Pepsi commercials back in the 90s.
Oh, you mean the ones where everything was like cubed?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't Jim Dandy. I don't know what it is.
Roz is just happy it's not her right eye screwing up. I completely understand, Roz. I completely understand.
Oh, no, it's not you. It's damn technology.
Look, Roz, it's not you. It's me.
It is. No, and that's the part that irritates me. And Steven will say that last time I was having actual internet problems, he's like, have the modem changed, and I had a tech come in, and he's checked the modem, and I've had the same modem for like 2 years.
Yeah, and I change it every 6 months because I know that I destroy my modems by using them often.
Yeah, and he's like, but the guy checked it, and he said it was good, and it's not fine. I'm like, oh, okay. So I listened to him, and I think it is one of those things that...
The guy was snowing you, bro.
Well, not that. He was legitimately, hey, you're just, surfing internet, whatever. He didn't know that I do this. So
you need massive upload speed, not just streaming Netflix.
No, for the amount of money that I pay, like it used to be used to be really good. Remember back in the beginning?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Pristine, and it will be pristine again. I'll get a new modem tomorrow, and
thank you, Watson, for those gifts on the Facebooks.
Why? What did I miss?
Peace out, disappearing guy, and pixelated walking guy. Yes, wonderful gifts on the Facebook. By the way, guys, have you guys checked out Tar River
That looks
Arms?
horrible.
Have you guys checked out Tar River Arms lately?
You should.
Yeah, you really should.
What do you want?
Well, they've got amazing things going on. They've got 6-hour P320s out there on sale. They've got promo codes and everything else. You can get $25 a $25 gift card and free shipping when you use the promo code Mojo50P320 at checkout on any 6-hour P320 over at Tar River Arms. That's TRAGuns.com. That's their April promo this month. Plus, if you go to 6-hour, they're offering TRA Guns customers 2 great offers as well for the P320 fans. It's over at sigsauer.com/promotions/Sig Days. If you go there, it's buy any Sig Sauer P320 and receive $50 promotion code via email toward the Sig store. The second offer, buy a P320 M17 and receive 2 free 21-round magazines at purchase.
Yeah, buddy.
It is amazing, amazing offers. Go check them out over at the sigsauer.com/promotions/Sig Days. Oh, and also Tar River Arms. That's TRAGuns.com. TRAGuns.com. And don't forget that the Mojo code. It's Mojo50P320.
I'm so ready for the opening.
I know.
Like I'm so excited. It's
Really
coming
excited
soon. As details get nailed down, we will obviously fill it all in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so excited. It's coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah.
Exactly. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Is Dylan Lyles doing his Max Headroom impression in the pictures?
Yeah. Yes, it is. When you're AI, it's easy to do for fellow AI.
Yes, it is. It is very easy to. That's called theft. That's stealing. That's the highest form of flattery. So. What it's going to be.
I just wish I had a Pepsi can now.
I know, right? So over 10,000 illegals in the United States are from terror-sponsored states.
I'm sorry.
The
AI is messed up again. You have to please repeat that.
Oh, that is over 10,000 of the illegals in the United States are from terror-sponsoring states. This is from a report.
Huh.
Originally,
that's I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. Really,
a little worried, maybe.
A little worried.
Might be a problem.
That might pose just a teensy bit of a problem.
See, the report is from quote the Immigration Reform Law Institute, and it revealed on Friday. Yeah, I know, right?
Who doesn't read the Immigration Reform Law Institute? I mean,
exactly.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning at 6 a.m. on the dot, when I'm having my morning constitutional, I am balls deep in the Immigration Reform Law Institute reports. How dare you talk down to me, sir?
Allegedly.
And anyway, so they revealed Friday that it has received documents under the Freedom of Information Act that shows the illegals have either been ordered deported or have been pending final orders of removal, but they are still in the U.S. The Immigration Reform Law Institute reported that in response to the IRLI, that's really hard to say, I don't know why, IRLI, Freedom of Information Act, a request, Immigration and Customs Enforcement provided records that show that as of June 2018, there were over 10,000 non-detained illegal immigrants on ICE's national docket from Iran, Syria, Sudan, and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, otherwise known as North Korea.
And the best part about all this is the stuff that people know. This is what we know.
Yeah, that means it's probably twice as bad minimum.
At least.
Minimum, yeah.
Doesn't that just give you the warm fuzz?
Yeah, I get the warm fuzzies all over when I think of, at minimum 10,000 people, more than likely 100,000 people.
Floating around the country, free as they possibly can be, planning and strategizing God knows what.
Yeah, these are just the ones that got caught once and then they were on a catch and release, basically.
Yeah, and people ask me why I carry around a 45.
I don't know. Dale Wilcox from the IRLI's, he's the director of IRLI. He says, quote, "It's simply unacceptable that we also have more than 10,000 aliens here from terrorist states that have sworn enemies of America. We saw on 9/11 the damage that only 19 sleeper cell terrorists could cause. This is just the latest example of a disaster of sanctuary laws which force ICE agents to operate with one hand tied behind their backs while making our communities inherently more dangerous."
Nope, you're just being a hater. You're just being racist because of your stereotyping people.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You keep staring at them and you say, "Oh, look at that darky feller. He must be up to no good." Oh, it is very conceivable. That's what you do, you haters. Hating haters who hate.
Haters that hate. Unlike McCreary, who doesn't hate and doesn't want you to hate, and you should stop hating.
A hater's going to hate. Hate.
And players are going to play. Play.
Play.
Play.
Play. Thank God I forgot the rest of that song. That would...
I am in complete agreement to that.
I was like, oh God, what's the? Oh, thank God. It's almost like drowning. Once it starts, you just almost can't stop it. It's inevitable. That
Maybe
third time you go down.
That third time you go down? Maybe you just need to shake it off. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Erica caught it. Thank you.
Damn you. Damn.
But really, okay.
These are people that they know of. This is stuff that they've tracked. These are events that have like the records and stuff set up. This speaks nothing of the hundreds of thousands that are floating in and out of this country. And people want to complain about, oh, you can't have a border. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. They're refugees. They're running for their lives and yada, yada, yada. And
how do you know?
That having questionable doubt is not a bad thing.
Nope.
You know, it's you trust but verify. It's very simple to do, really, and it has nothing to do with racism. It's called CYA.
Yeah,
covering your own tail.
Let's see. If you want a good example of CYA, check out this. No, CYA.
Yeah, okay. If you rewind that tape, you'll see.
No. Check this guy out. This is Tim Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a complete transition.
Yeah.
over to abortion and things like that. Check out this guy and how he CYAs so well.
Policy where we're united.
So we're Catholics. My family, we're Catholics. What about, like, I'm seeing all this stuff in the news about, like, babies that can be aborted at 9 months. Is that, like, that's wrong. What do we do about that? Are you gonna support that too?
Look, the reality of it is you got to protect a woman's right to choose.
Right.
This is a non-issue that
but
people are trying to.
When do you start protecting the baby?
When are we going to start talking about jobs in the United States?
Yeah, but you
when
don't
are we going
think
to talk
a baby
about
should be aborted?
The guy at the factory. I'm telling you right now, the guy at the factory gate's not asking that question.
Check out that bait and switch. Honestly, did you catch that? Did you catch that bait and switch? It's amazing. Uh-oh, I think Dylan froze. No, Dylan's AI is dead. Dylan's AI is dead. Oh, no. Oh, his power died. So he's actually is dead. But really, when you think about that, think about how this works out, really. Like, this guy was able to CYA by baiting and switching to a very, very different subject. He goes from, what about abortion? What about this? What about the life and everything else? And he goes, well, look, the guy at the front line, at the worker shop. That guy, he doesn't care about this, so I'm not here to talk about that. Let's talk about jobs. Let's go job. That is a great sequitur. And for you to just be sitting there and going through this idea with this in mind. So let's take this example, okay? Let's add this into the idea of these immigrants, these illegals, as it were. These illegal. Look, all right. So yeah, they're probably illegal, but I'm worried about jobs. So let's just focus on. Oh, here's what I'm here to focus on. Let's worry about the job market. Let's worry about those people that aren't at work. Why are we going to focus on those 10,000 people over there? That's not what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about jobs. That's a bait and switch. It's easy to do. It's fundamentally, it's a way to get yourself out of a tight situation when maybe you have something like, I don't know, a lose-lose idea. When you have an idea that you can't win on, something that you can't run on, an idea that you cannot push through. Sorry. Roz is saying, Tim Ryan, he's a moderate Democrat from a depressed area here in Ohio. Okay, well, same guy that challenged Nancy Dearest. Yeah, well, he may have challenged Nancy Dearest, but he is a pro-abortion, and he doesn't care about when it ends. He doesn't care when you kill the kid. As long as it's you and your rights, he doesn't care when you kill the kid, because all he's worried about are the workers in Ohio, because that's what he's been told he needs to focus on with his people. That's what he's told that he needs to stay zoomed in on. Sarah over on the Twitter says, you just quoted Taylor Swift, boys. Yes, we know we did. We know we just quoted Taylor Swift because sometimes you just have to shake it off. Shake it off. In exchange with that Tim Ryan guy, Lila Rose, who you may not know, but she's a pro-life leader and advocate of pro-life things. She was over at the UN, and she did an actual back and forth. She did a real debate, an understanding, logical, conclusionary monologue, if you were, talking about the right to choose. She went through this entire process. So I'm just going to read it to you. It's from the Daily Wire. It says, late last month, Live Action founder and prominent pro-life leader Lila Rose spoke to the United Nations Commission on the status of women. In an exchange with Valentino Camano, a UN youth representative from Mexico, Rose deconstructed commonly used euphemisms used to mark abortions and refute the notion that abortion is compatible at all with women's empowerment. See, she says, quote, in the most developing countries, I'm from Mexico, is what she said, abortion is considered taboo. Camano addressed Rose, not only in Latin America or at the Caribbean, but also in some developing countries. How can you engage this sensitive topic? We have to also consider women's right to choose. It's considering a right to health, to our own bodies, is what Camano put in. Seeking advice from the United States and how to spread women's choice, Camano directly asks, how can we learn in the educational systems of these countries to promote health education for women's rights? Here's how she responds. You said, what about the women's right to choose? And my answer is, to choose what? What are they choosing? What does an abortion do? We use the phrase and these three words, and these were invented carefully to mislead people, she explained. Those terms, reproductive justice, are marked as a mark for abortion choice, as a mark for abortion. To choose what, she continues? If everybody here agrees, and I think they do, that it is never right to intentionally take an innocent human life, it is never right to intentionally take a human life. And if we know there was a life in the womb and he or she is innocent, and an abortion intentionally ends her life, then it's never right to commit abortion. So you have to go on the premise that you think a couple things. One of the things that you have to think about and understand that you have to think on the fact that yes or no is a human life a human life? Yes or no? If a human life is a human life, then what you have to go off of in that point is the idea in the process that they're innocent because they've done nothing wrong. Just by being born, you cannot be somebody horrible just by being born. That is something that you're raised into. That's something that you grow into. That idea, that process that you grow into is not something that you say, okay, well, you're born, so obviously you're an evil person. Well, if you're religious, technically, yes, you are, because you're born into sin. And that's okay, because we have salvation. We have freedom in that. But they're still an innocent child. This person is still, whatever child that is being born from your actions, no matter how terrible, no matter how selfish they were, if a child is being born from them, that child doesn't hold the guilt and the weight of that issue. Okay? That child doesn't hold the problem and everything else that you did. That's your fault. You can't blame the child. You can't call the child out and say to a point to where you're saying, you know, this child's life isn't worth it. This child's life is no longer worth it because it inconveniences me because I did something stupid, or I got hurt, or or somebody hurt me. That's not where this is. A child's life is a child's life is a child's life. And if you take that child's life, that's you and in your hands. If the life is taken from you, that's in the hands of those who took it. You can't make the argument of a right to choose, because the right to choose happened before you had sex. And if you come at me with the idea and the understanding of, well, what about rape and incest and blah, 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 that is 0.1% of how babies are made. And you know what? Even in those cases, it's still an innocent life. You're punishing someone else for the crime that was committed against you. How can you stand for that? How can you stand yourself after that? I couldn't make that choice. I couldn't make that choice. I couldn't look somebody in the eye and tell them, well, you were raped, so you need to go ahead and kill that kid. Because that kid is innocent. That kid is alive. And that kid deserves a chance to go through this whisper, this vapor of a life. So don't do it. Don't push your luck in that instance. And don't make it worse for yourself. Speaking of giving birth, Mother's Day is around the corner. And Nostalgia has a wonderful promotion going on that you should be aware of. You see, Nostalgia Wild Rice has their Mother's Day promotion. If you've never tried Nostalgia products, I beg you I beg you to try. It is amazing how this stuff works. See, your mom will enjoy not only the maple syrup, which is rich, sweet, flavorful, amazing, but it's accompanied with their wild rice pancake mix. Perfect for breakfast. Perfect for anything you want to have. Hazelnut honey. It's whipped. Delicious. Addictive. Great on breads, in your hot cereals, in your tea, in your coffee. They also have their blueberry jams, which not only do they taste wonderful, but they're also great on breads. And you can use them as a topping for your ice cream because why the heck not? And to top it all off, it comes also with a pure soy candle, hand-poured, let and dye free, with a wonderfully relaxing scent and fragrance to put your mom at ease. Now, Mojo Wild Rice is the place to go. Mojo Wild Rice to get some of the nostalgia products that you like. You can use the promo code MOM10. Promo code MOM10 to get 10% off of anything that you buy on the site, mojowildrice.com. MOM10 to get anything, 10% off of anything on the site. But go check out the Mother's Day, the Nostalgia Mother's Day package. It is amazing. It is a great gift. If you haven't gotten anything for Mother's Day and you celebrate it, unlike myself, go do it. Go check it out today. mojowildrice.com. So there was this pastor. And this pastor has decided that he was going to teach a very deep lesson. A deep lesson about Easter. And about Christian faith. He asked his students to not only cut him, but to cut him and to spit on him while he gave the Easter lesson about Jesus. An Ohio preacher has drawn condemnation after he tried to teach an Easter message by allowing the students to not only spit on him, slap him, but finally cut him with knives. And it was videotaped, and it was put online. Associate Pastor Jadius Dempsey, hashtag like a native there, from the Impact City Church in Pataskala, has apologized to church youth and parents after he attempted to impart a Christian lesson by inciting the students to exact punishment upon himself. He represented Christ in the analogy that he was trying to push, which was a bad idea. 10 WBNS reported Dempsey was attempting to teach the meaning of Easter and the crucifixion of Jesus Christ at the church after school hangout. Lead pastor Justin Ross explained that usually at such sessions, school students are given the opportunity to spend their times with friends. However, the 5-minute section of the hangout dedicated to Bible study went awry as Dempsey made an ill-guided attempt to show the suffering of Christ. An ill-guided attempt to show the suffering of Christ. No. What this shows me is that this man is crazy. Zig the Gator over me was like, what the F did you just say? I said an associate pastor decided to try and teach the lesson of Easter and Christ by having the students slap him, spit on him, and then eventually cut him with a knife as he was trying to teach the lesson of Easter. I don't know how I can't make that funny, guys. I can't make that funny. That's just wrong. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that? You're actually traumatizing kids. You moron. Who thought that it was a good idea? Nobody. Nobody thought it was a good idea. You want to know why? Because it's a bad idea. You want to play the Passion of Christ on your with your kids? Fine. With your teenagers? That's fine. You want to show them that film? Okay, great. You know what? That is the best idea that you could have to make sure that people are going there. But You want them to physically beat you and cut you with knives so that you can physically represent that? No. No. That's just completely bonkers. All right, folks, I promise that as soon as I can get all the hardware and software input in place, the new Dylan AI will be back in action. He will be back and better than ever. I promise you that. It will be amazing. It'll be stupendous. It'll be super amazing. It'll be wonderful. Go check out DOAShow.com, DOAShow.com. And if you want to get your Jackhole gear or your Defenders gear, go to the shop section and just search. Best way to search for Jackhole is Jackhole. It's amazing. It is there. Go check it out, guys. We love you very much. Mojo50.com. And also go check out everything for MojoCon because it's coming up in just a few weeks. Talk to you later.